Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Slurpathon 9. I am Angry Scootsman. I will be your host for the next few runs. And right now, we are going to show off Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear? Yo, we gotta check this out. I'm going to hand it right over to Infinite Mystery.
Hello again, everyone. As Angry Scootsman said, this is Ninja Gaiden for the Game Gear, and it's unlike anything most have probably have ever seen. Providing commentary for me is my good friend Gruntmeister. I apologize.
Hey everyone. No, Gruntmeister also. It's a bit of a European thing, of course. I'm Gruntmeister. I also speedrun this game, and I picked it up last year during a Ninja Gaiden, so it's a lot of fun. But as Infinite Mystery said, it's completely different from what you would expect from a Ninja Gaiden game. So just get started whenever you feel like it, Infinite.
All right, I'll let you give me the countdown, and then I'll mute.
Oh, should I count down? That's
Yeah.
All right. Let's go then in 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. So this is Ninja Gaiden for the Game Gear, and as you're normally used to, you most likely see the NES versions. As you can see on screen right now, this is completely different. It has a bit of similarities to the Master System version, but even from that one, it just is completely different from that version itself. While normally back in the days, whenever there was a Master System version of a game, it was often like a smooshed down version of the Master System edition. Right, what Infinite Mystery is doing right now, besides running from left to right, he's slashing the little item orbs. The item orbs can drop specific items, you have the force in the top of the screen, and if you're familiar with Ninja Gaiden, it's basically your Nimbo. The pots that you just saw a moment ago, there was health. In this case, it was 4 health. He just grabbed the scroll, which gives you 30 force, and he grabbed one of the power-ups. At the moment, he has the enemy-seeking ring, and that's going to be incredibly useful for the first boss that he's about to do in just a moment. All right, so this is the Monk of the Red Tiger cult, and as you see, this ring seeks out the enemy, so he's turning his back to the enemy, and that will have the enemy raise the club, and then he's vulnerable. So that's the best way to hit him. Because the item, the ring is auto-aim, you don't have to look at the enemy to hit it. There's a few more items that we'll see down the line. There's a shuriken that will cost 2 force, and it's just a straight line shuriken projectile. There's waves. The wave will fire upwards, in the vertical motion, and there will be the scatter bomb. The scatter bomb and the wave is something that we will actually use. So we found out that the attack on the village, of Ryu's village, was to get the dragon sword, because that's just a thing with Ninja Gaiden. And right now, the monk told Ryu he was hired by Totenkopf, which is a merchant in the Kobe harbor. So we're now in the harbor. You see a lot of divers jump out of the water. I'm not sure how they do that. That's really impressive. What we're doing, just trying to move through as quickly as possible. And now we're already at Totenkopf. That's incredibly quickly. If you would have fallen into the water there, it would have been a death. That's not good. So here as well, we're going to use the enemy seeking ring. Just sit around that corner. It's a pretty safe place to be. And just hit him. Ryu has 16 bars of health. So that's always good to know. The health pickups can give you either 4 or 8 health, and there we go. This Infinite Mystery made short work of Totenkopf, and Totenkopf will lead us he was dealing arms for Mr. Sin. Mr. Sin has an office building in New York, in Hong Kong. Slight difference. So we're going to climb this building, and it's an auto-scroller, so there's not much going on besides some plant pots and fire extinguishers falling down and sometimes some other ninjas just jumping at you, along with birds. Birds are always jerks in Ninja Gaiden games. But in that meantime, Angry Scotsman, you are going to be plugging something for Groove Coaster. Can you explain something about that?
Yeah, sure. So, Groove Coaster is a arcade game with some really unique controls, and there are a few songs that show up in quite a few other rhythm games. We're hoping to get Dot Phase to play two of those songs that are very well known: Brain Power and Conflict. I think my last count for Conflict had it in 38 different games. What's one more?
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so what's currently happening? Like, we're now fighting Mr. Sin, which is two-phase fight. What Infinitemystery did just now was basically cancel the attack that Mr. Sin would do, the 3 shots. After doing that, it's yeah, you just go like when he's at half health. He will go into the second phase and you use your scatter shot on him. Then he just explodes like that, but it's a sleeping gas, so he's capturing you and you're taken to India. This is incredibly short, this stage. We're grabbing... Oh... We wanted to grab the wave, but sadly the shuriken got in the way. And we have to fight this person on a flying carpet. And it's a bit more of a pain right now because having the scatter shot already. If you would have a wave, you can just shoot a projectile above you and you can just ruin his day. But let's see how Infinitemystery takes care of this. The projectiles have a fun little mechanic that the closer it will draw a distance between you and the boss, and if the distance is bigger, it will go faster. So if you're close to the boss when he fires a projectile, he will do what was I going to say? It will go incredibly slow. So right now we're fighting these 3 demon heads. It's pretty easy. You just avoid the shots. It's the same pattern every time. There's a small safe spot that you can abuse there as well, where only the downward shot can hit you. But this works just fine. It doesn't really speed things up if you do. Alright, and then we're already in the final stage, because the person that wanted to get the Dragon Sword was Shirogane, a demon, which is capable of mind control. And he wants to mind control everyone into a catastrophic Third World War. Yeah, that's not good. And this is by far the longest stage. Like, by far. As you can see, there's a lot of death pits here that you can fall into, the spikes. You have jerk birds, you have these rotating pillar thingies. It is just a pretty stressful final level. And the thing is with this game, like, if you die, and you die on the stage, or you die on the boss, you die on the 3rd or 4th phase of the final boss, you have to redo this entire stage. There's no way around it. So dying on the stage is just a huge time loss. But Infinitemystery is taking care of it quite handily. He's doing a bit of a careful strat here to make the rocks drop first, which is really good, because if the rock drops on you while you're jumping, it can just ruin your jump, and yeah, you're not going to be in a great position from there. So there's, let's see if he gets it. There is one orb here. Yeah, the little fireballs around you is basically invincibility. It's great for those initial birds. The birds will try to swoop at you a few times, and then they just fly off. So even if you miss that, or you miss killing them, you can still work your way around them. So you can do a nice jump between those spikes, and then climb all the way towards the final boss. And as you can see right now, with his current weapon, it's the wave. And the wave is excellent to use on the final boss. And we're close to the final jumps, so let's see how this is going. There's the door to the final boss, and we're now into it. Alright, so we have to fight Shirogane, and this is a multi-phase fight as well. Another fun thing is that Infinite Mystery is playing on the actual Game Gear hardware. I think me and him are the only one that have a PB on the boards on the actual hardware, which is it's still cool to see it shown off on the actual thing instead of emulator, even though emulators absolutely valid. Right, he's currently in the second phase, a bit like a green goblin. But he's not doing much different, like he has extra fireballs, but that's about it, not the biggest issue. So there's a few fun strats that came along with this, and this game was featured during the Game Gear 5, the 5G race at the Sega Crew, which got a few fun strats figured out, and the time dropped quite a bit for this game. It's pretty short as it is. And one of those things is that playing on the Japanese version is actually faster. And we're about to be done when the screen fades. Let's wait it out. And that's time. GG to Infinite Mystery.
GG's.
Yeah, it's a really quick run when done properly. It's and this section here is one of those version is the biggest time gain in the version difference. The American and the European version just wait so long before it fades out to black, and since the game ends or the time ends when the fade out happens, Japanese is just faster by default, like by 10 seconds. But yeah, that was an excellent run in the mystery.
Thank you, Gruntmeister. Thank you, Gruntmeister, for the great commentary on this. There was one thing that we did fail to mention about this game is your iframes. Usually the characters' iframes aren't so bad, but in this game, you can get juggled by various enemies or obstacles completely to death because you have no iframes whatsoever.
Yeah, that can happen on the final boss. Like, you can be bounced up on the boss basically, and you just die. You can't do anything about it. But it happened to you in the first stage as well.
Yes.
So that's a more practical thing. If you want to look back at the fault to see an example of it, just go to the first stage and you can see it happen. It's really mean.
Very.
I also don't think that the people that are in these credits are actually called Birdie, but I don't know. I don't know. There's some weird names in here, so
I can vouch for how hard that game is. I never made it past the first level as a kid, so very, very cool to watch that. Do you have any shout-outs for the community? Anything you want to say?
I would just like to thank the organizers and everybody behind the scenes, and also everybody watching this great marathon. I would once again I'd like to thank you, Gruntmeister, for the commentary. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of this great marathon and keep raising the money to help.
If you're interested in short 10-hour streams, check out Infinite Mystery.
Alright, thank you both so much for that run and commentary. It was very fun to watch, very quick, which of course we love to see. We're going to go back to BRB screen as we prepare for the next run and prepare to start Thomas. Thank you all so much.